Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I am your Game Master Darius. Last we left off. Well, I don't exactly know what is going on down here, but I'm going to assume that it has something to do with the missing child of the noble. But yeah, we had found the Orland individual, sent her to the east, while we sent the guards to the west. Or north, rather. And then decided, hey, you know what? There's a very sketchy looking locked door behind that dude. Let's see what's behind said locked door. Behind said locked door is a relatively secret underground cult of sorts. I'm guessing a cult. There we go. Finally! Oh my fucking god. Alright, so this at least brings me to the point of contention with this game so far. I have been enjoying this game. It has been a really grand time. I like the stories being told. I like how you can modify your characters. I'm a little bit overwhelmed a whole lot of the times with it going, oh hey, you have to... Sure, you can set up the AI to have your characters do their own separate things, but my biggest gripe so far has pretty much just been how your characters cannot improve their attributes. And yes, I did look it up. There's like 2 or 3 events that you can do to increase your attributes permanently, but there is nothing to permanently increase your attributes, like say through leveling up. I've been thinking to the point where there might be something I could do just off camera, be all like, oh, I've leveled up X amount of times and I'll give myself this many attribute points. Because honestly, with my characters never seeming to get any more attribute points than what they get from like random magic items and whatnot, it just feels like they stagnate and I can't get access to some of these other options because of that stagnation. And the only thing that I have that I can use in order to change this whole thing are magic items. And we find gauntlets of Ogre's Might. Gloves, gauntlets, bracers offer a variety of benefits. While some grant protection in battle, some have magical properties. Let's see. This one is +2 to dexterity, so we'll remove that. I'm just curious here. Okay, so the dexterity does increase my reflexes. A little bit of my... What is this one again? Fortitude? Which is a little silly. Oh no, sorry, my fortitude goes down because of it. Regardless. But yeah. That is actually kind of my biggest gripe when it comes to this. Just that the attributes do not go up in the slightest, save for like once or twice in the story itself. And it drives me nuts. That said, 2 dexterity, that increases accuracy, right? Action speed and reflex. Action speed, so you... Who would we want to give more dexterity to? I mean, obviously, okay, yeah, Liliana. I know it's one of those gripes where it's like, that's not much of a gripe, but at the same time, it feels like, save for like all we get is skills. All we get is skills and things that say, hey, you get plus X% to this thing. Oh, +3 damage reduction. Wait, what? Oh, plus -2 intellect and resolve. Got it. Honestly, it don't feel that great. It makes the attributes feel eh. Especially when you realize, oh, hey, you actually can't, Oh. Your character doesn't get stronger, they don't get wiser or any of that fun stuff. They just exist in that permanent state. Maybe I'm too used to that being a thing when it comes to like Pathfinder or
I'll take a peek.
D&D, but god damn it. It irks me. To say the least, it has irked me. Alright, I know that... One second. Party AI. No AI scripts. Oh, lordy. Alright, fine. Aggressive. Auto attack. Will not move to attack unless they're engaged by an enemy. If the enemy is defeated, they'll seek out new enemies to attack. Actively seek out enemies to attack. Okay. Don't use prorust abilities. Aggressive. Defend yourself. Oh boy. Defends. Seek out until engaged by an enemy. Seek out new enemies. Yeah. You too aggressive as well. Holds position prioritizes enemies that are engaged by his or her animal companion. Yes. You two are a range dude. Oh, you're gonna be fun. Spirit shift. Then just be aggressive. Get in there. Wait, did yours save? Yours did not save. Why did I not save? Because I'm an idiot. Low attack. Okay. Uses those when those that are engaged by the companion. Got it. Aggressive. Figure I might as well actually get into this shiz and concern myself with it. Your shit is going to be unique. As a secondary emphasis, Cypher uses crowd control abilities like Eye Strike, Tenuous Grasp, and Whisper of Treason. Actually, focus on crowd control. And be aggressive about it. Alright, quick save. Go forth and murder. Oh, hello. Cultists, Sentry. Oh, she just went for the freaking... Alright. Well. You know, now that they're actually using their own abilities and not being restricted by my slow ass, don't mind it too much. And then the cultists. Also, I thought your thing was that you were going to become gifted. Oh well. Whew, that's a lot of gear. And it's going right into the bin. Gonna be waiting to be sold. Alright. What do we have here? Another grappling. Why are there so many grappling hooks? I guess maybe the amount of grappling hooks they have emphasizes how the hell I'm supposed to be able to get into the next section. I don't know. Yeah, her health is low. Nothing I can really do about it, game. Why? Well, because they made it so as health is a pain in the ass to actually freaking get back. Find padded armor, cultists. I swear I didn't increase the walking speed. It's so stupid fast for some reason. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna guess that this is pretty much just heading to the other... It looks like it's just that one. Nope, it's two. Well, the rituals won't work and you'll bleed out for nothing. Eavesdropping. Okay, I guess that's all. Alright, if all y'all would help... Okay. I was gonna say, if all y'all could help Liliana, that would be grand. List of names. This creased sheet of paper consists of a list of names, some have been crossed off. Get it? Leaves window open at night, small house on the edge of Kindle Vale. Gerto, visiting from Old Valia, doesn't speak Adrian, keeps to himself, won't be missed. Kier Feist lives in small encampment on road to log home, takes solitary walks each morning at sunrise, should be most vulnerable of them. Belmis, his parents leave him alone after temple services. Selness, visits mistress in Bell Reach every third Oakbeg. Get him on the road. Check Vale, Gilded Vale and Undra's Gift, may find more interesting parties there. Parties for what? Do I want to know? Tomorrow I'll become the effigy. Tomorrow I'll become Skeen's embodiment of Aora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met by secret conclave, plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with mind while keeping one's face impassive, inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I will be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know of when his fathers died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body, use his old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning I will be your father in name only, and as my manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flintstones through which Skane might see the world. My son, I am sorry for the lies I have told you these past few seasons. Skane demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my furtive surface to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our Lord's corruption from the face of Aora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow I become the effigy. Okay, yep. That's some fanaticism. Wait, where the hell were you going? Alright. This is a terrible idea, but it'd probably be best to, Oh, we don't get any... Damn. I was gonna say, I was kind of hoping we'd have something to help against, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Damage reduction. Oh. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
You've been searching for Persoc for 5 years?
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
What an adventure.
It certainly started out that way. It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. but 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
What do you have to find Persock?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persock died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
So your village still remembers you, Sagani. You kind of say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted at the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
Returning to them is what matters. Both practical and true.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persock will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
Fragments, yes. He leans a hair's breadth closer. Really? What's it like? Been learning a lot about myself.
Good things, I hope. Maybe Persock will be the same way. Would make my job of telling him about the village a lot easier.
What's your village? What would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Itumak brushes against her hip, and she scratches his head. Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunt say we've had few clashes with neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Persock helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Persock brokered a lot of those agreements too. He holds up the big bear figurine. He got this from one of the Ao ships that used to trade with us. Must be a tight-knit village.
As family.
She shoves the Adra bear back into her caribou skin pack. Sounds like a hunt on your own. You feel the thrill of the chase, or ready for this to be over? I enjoy the adventure. Every day brings me something new. Refreshing indeed. Might as well keep moving while we've got some daylight. I'd like to talk some more. What's on your mind? Tell me about Utamak. Good hunter, but not much of a talker, and that's fine by me. When we hunt in Nasitak, we almost always bring our foxes with us. They help us track and flush game. They're fearless defenders against bears and snow leopards. Clever, Tamak has always been my favorite. Wags his brushy tail. A family back in your village? Of course. Never send a woman who hasn't had a chance to find a mate and have a couple of children on her own. Tell me about your kids. I have 5. Yalkana, Itsuya, Ajuo, Anik, and Amalak. Itsuya and Anik died young in long, lean winters. Malak was barely talking when I left. She scrapes a thumbnail along the handle of her hunting knife. He probably won't know me when I get home. She frowns, her hand falling from the knife. Given in Nasitak, I spent most of my time on the hunt, but then it's easier to relish the hunt when I know I'll see my family enjoying our kill. So what's your husband like? Kalu's a good man. He's raised our children well and built us a strong home while I've been away on hunts. Our parents chose us for one another when we were still young. Not the way things are usually done here, but ours choose well. We came to appreciate each other as helpmates first, then friends, and then, well, you know how it goes. There's a hint of a blush below the stripe of face paint. That's all. Curious about your search. Tell you what I can, but Tarnik Ilitsak pilgrimages like mine are rare. Why do your people have this tradition? Pulls the bear figurine out from a satchel. Something we've always done. The elders say it was first begun to forge ties with other villages. Try to fight over caribou herds when you see someone you respect on the other side. We also believe that passing our history on this way helps us stronger. Keeps us stronger. And it helps them, the elders, return to us after they've been away from us for a generation or more. They can use the experiences they've accumulated over lifetimes to lead the village again. Are elders usually reborn so far from the village? Most often they return somewhere in Nastatak, a member of another village, or they're reborn among the Glamfelin of the White that wins. Even so, it's hard to say that what's usual. Mischievous grin crinkles her eyes. When my grandfather was a boy, the elder came back as a polar bear. The huntress chosen for the task had to recite half of her village's deeds while running from the beasts. Even so, there have been journeys longer than mine. Some last decades, and the huntress doesn't always return. What happens when the elder is found? That depends on the man or woman he's become. It's easiest when the rebirth happens in another village of Nastatak, where the tradition is understood. Even in the White that wins in the southern islands of the Deadfire Archipelago, people understand this custom and will welcome you politely enough, even if their souls do not remember. But sometimes you find someone whose soul has no memory of the village, and you have to tell them of people who remember him still. As disheartening as this is, you hope that the reminder will aid his soul in the future life. How do you get picked to come search for Persok? Another old village tradition. The elders watch the caribou migrations and cast seal bones to determine the right time for this journey. When the omens were determined, all the village wives drew shark teeth. We're the ones that go away to hunt and fish, so best suited for a task like this. Anyways, I grabbed the little tooth. She frowned. Traveling so far is a rare privilege for us, but as you can see, the journey can be unmistakable. What do you do back in Nastatak? I'm a long hunter. I stalk game across the tundra with some of the other wives. We usually hunt caribou and oxen, but we find hares and birds too. Good and respected position. To see so much of Nastatak in the company of my friends and sisters, this is one of the pleasures of life in Masok. What do you want to know about your homeland? Nastatak? Rubs her nose with one broad finger. It's a big island in the middle of the Deadfire Archipelago, just off the coast of the White that wins. Tundra, mostly. The few snow-covered forests in the warmer parts. Most of us live in fairly small villages, by standards here anyways. Mine's Masuk. What's it like? Cold? Not as cold as the White that wins. Few kith who visit Nastatak find it sparse, but there's plenty to sustain the village if you know where to look. Takes the autumns off her callous fingers. We get hides and meat from caribou, seals, small whales, bone too, which makes fine bows and arrowheads. Community is important to us. We survive or perish together, so everything we do, every week-long hunt, every wall we build is for the forest. Village, rather. I can read. Who lives there? Mostly Inutatnik, like me. People here call us boreal dwarves. Migratory clans from Glanfelin from the White that wins sometimes spend the colder seasons on Nastatak. We don't see too many other foreigners who can tolerate the elements. We pass our weather bronzed arm. Those of us born in Nastatak like to say we have a hardy layer of sealskin just beneath our flesh. Tell me about Masuk. We're a tundra village. To an outsider's eyes, we're probably not much different from the others around us, but our elders have stories that go back hundreds of years. Epic hunts, battles with neighboring villages, sojourns across the sea. We share these stories too. And what are your thoughts on my search? Helps know what you're hunting. We've got a lot of tracks to follow, but where they'll lead us is anyone's guess. Wow. A lot of talkiness, but, you know, it really does help when you like the character you're talking to.
I've got to get free.
So, I'm just gonna reload from that. Cause didn't even detect that one. Never expect things to be freaking, what's the word I'm gonna say?
I'll take a peek.
Oh! I thought it was the door.
The flesh is still.
Trap. Gaze of the Adraga. Oh, okay. It was just a temporary petrification. Gotta love it when that sprung on you. It's like, bleh. I personally just thought that someone had faced a bad end of a goddamn who's it's get in this room. And we'll see what's down. Never mind. Ah, alright. I'm glad I had the party take that rest. Craft detected. 2 garnets. Unlock the old dungeon key. Yeah, this doesn't feel like a trap in the size. I don't know what you're talking about. The fanatic. Yeah, I don't know who keeps on going forth and saying screw it. Actually, wait. Oh, mine is not. Okay. Himself. Save. Yeah, say it's like, you know, for all this wanton bits of murder. Oh, the cultist is on the other side there. Wanton bits of murder we've been doing. Haven't seen Talos pull out his magical doodadery as well.
Looks like lots of it.
Only reason I'm bothering with you is because I wouldn't be able to cross the other way if I couldn't. Huzzah. Well, I'm rather glad to see that the focus that she develops does not seem to go away between combats. That would be rather aggravating, I will not lie. Okay. Gonna make this a little bit longer episode just because I want to see what's behind door number 2. After a quick save. Yeah, that looks like a sacrificial chamber. As you approach the blood pool, the viscous liquid churns and bubbles. You feel essence rising to the surface, reaching out to you, whispering. Someone should clean that up. A place of death. You should not linger here. This is the work of something foul. You should keep moving. This seems like a terrible idea. Extend your soul. The faint whispers resolve into a cacophony of voices. You imagine yourself surrounded by 100 men and women. Their naked flesh is scourged and bloodied, or skinned and covered with flies. Their eyes are missing, replaced by glinting black stones. The voices cry out in unison. What's this? Another soul come to rage and burn, or merely to watch? It may be a long time in waiting. Our work today is already finished. Bitch. Who are you? Nobodies, serfs and thralls and whores, used and thrown away. Almost all we had was taken from us, but what little remained we gave here. Our fury burned within us, blood unquenched and unfed, but hate can be fashioned to a weapon by those willing to pay the price. In life we are weak, but in death we made a choice. Choice carries power. power for revenge. Anger channeled into a fire bright enough to terrify the mightiest armies, hungry enough to consume vast estates, and planted like a seed in the heart strong enough to sway a child to murder. The schemes of the powerless must be subtle, hollowing the enemy from the inside, chewing away the foundations of a house so that it's collapsed on itself before any are the wiser. But you are the force that destroys your enemy from within. The Animator, he drives our essence into a mind where it can find traction. We burrow deeper and deeper until we've corroded every instinct of restraint and mercy. It becomes our vessel for revenge. They probe at the boundaries of your soul, exploring your essence. It is a shame there is nothing in you we can use. I would know what you've done here. The pool itself begins to ripple with the sound of dissonant chorus of perverse laughter that rakes at your ears. The lapping blood stirs a large metal cage, half submerged in the center of the pool, and it creaks loudly as it rocks back and forth on a rustled pulley, as if in answer to your question. That's a terrible thing ahead, isn't there? Man's arms are cut open from elbow to wrist. Blood congeals under this corpse's slashed throat, bent forward as if watching her life's blood trickle away. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. I believe I'm going to go ahead and reload and call an episode. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure someone.
I'll take a peek.
Let's see what we've found.
There it is. I thought did I turn that off? Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save and call an episode. I went further than I thought last time, so this is 35. When we return, apparently we got some ruins to finish off exploring, and probably some very vile individuals that are just wanting all the revenge to put down. Animancers. Of course it's an Animancer. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.